fellow cinema enthusiasts, my name is Christina. Welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today's movie I'm going to be reviewing for you is Suicide Squad. I was really excited to see Suicide Squad. It looks so awesome with all the bad guys coming together and to save the day or do whatever, cause mayhem, just be crazy, and I felt like I was kind of let down. I'm really not going to go too deep into the story of this because honestly, it was just a crazy hodgepodge of different stories, and it was just so incredibly rushed that there really was kind of like no plot to this. I felt anyway. I'm going to reference Jack Howard. He is a YouTube vlogger from England. He did a great review, or rant as he called it, of Suicide Squad, and he said that the movie felt more like just scenes of different things, and I gotta agree with him. There really wasn't too much structure story-wise. Like, you can kind of get the hint of the main story that there was Enchantress, this deity who had taken over the body of June Moon, I think that's her name. She was an archaeologist, and then she just comes back and causes mayhem through June's body. Then this person, Amanda Waller, who was part of the government, brings together the Suicide Squad, and it's all these villains such as Deadshot, played by Will Smith. He uses guns. Then you have Diablo, who just creates fire. He has fire out of his hands, out of his whole body, everything. And then you have this crazy Australian guy. Then you have Killer Croc, and last but not least, you have the incredibly awesome Harley Quinn. And she brings all these people together, and then they're all brought under the supervision of this soldier named Rick Flag. He's a Marine. He's played by Joel Kinnaman, and they have to go into Midway City to stop Enchantress, who is like doing something. I don't even know what the hell she's doing. She just got away. She got out of control. And then she revived her brother, who's like this ancient deity. Honestly, like, I don't even know what to tell you. I wouldn't even know how to summarize this. Jack Howard was so right that it's just scenes of different characters. There's no structure. And I'm not sure if you guys have read that the Joker is barely in this movie, which is a shame, because Jared Leto as the Joker and Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn were the best parts of this entire movie. I was looking forward to seeing Jared Leto as the Joker because he looked crazy. And like, what's really cool is that Jared Leto, he's such a good actor. He really gets into his roles and he becomes them. You're not watching Jared Leto. You're watching the Joker. You're watching whatever character he's playing. He was so perfect. I loved him as the Joker. Like, I think he's my favorite Joker out of all the Batman movies. And I was so excited to see them together. And Margot Robbie is a brilliant actress. She's so good. She's another one. She's like Jared Leto, who just like really gets into her roles, and she makes you believe that she's their character. And they were just so great, and there was nothing of the two of them. I mean, there were scenes, their scenes were great together, but it was just so quickly. Their storyline was just over, and it was just like thrown in there. Like, why the fuck throw in the Joker if you're not gonna have him in there all the time? If he's not even an integral part of the story, he's not even part of the Suicide Squad, why do that? What was the point of doing that? There's no point. No point in having the Joker in there. Honestly, I can't wait. I think there's a Harley Quinn movie coming out, I don't know how many years from now, and I am just praying to God Harley Quinn and the Joker, Jared Leto and Margot Robbie, get their own movie. Like, that's what I was thinking the entire time. As soon as their scenes came up, I'm like, please, dear God, give these two their own movie eventually, because they were just so awesome. To me, they were the highlight of the entire movie. I just couldn't get into Suicide Squad. I couldn't get into the story. I really didn't care for most of the characters besides Harley and the Joker because they were just so poorly written. There were so many like different side stories. There was a side story with Diablo, like how he was just trying to be a good guy. He didn't want to kill people anymore. But like, that was just so pointless. Like, what the hell? Like, you know, like, that's all, like, that's my emotion right there, and you can see, like, I'm getting tense just going like this. I don't like Joel Kinnaman as an actor. I watched him on The Killing, and all I can think of him saying, "Yo, Lyndon, what's up, yo?" Like, you know, just being this white guy that goes around and he's thinking he's like ghetto or some crap like that. I don't know. I did not like his character at all. Viola Davis plays Amanda Waller. Her character just was not good, and like something happened to her, and you're like, how the fuck are you still alive, woman? Like, get the hell out of here. It was just such an up and down Suicide Squad. It was disappointing, I have to say. I mean, I'm not mad that I wasted my money. Like, I don't think I wasted my money going to see Suicide Squad, because it really did have its good points, like the Joker and Harley Quinn, and I thought the cinematography was really cool, and there were some aspects of it, like some of the coloring, like the neon colors, and like certain scenes here and there were really good, but like, just for the most part, it really wasn't anything spectacular. I think DC really just built this up and just didn't take its time. It felt so rushed, and apparently the writer of this movie only had 6 weeks to write it. If you're gonna make a good movie and you need to flesh it out, you know, flesh out the characters, flesh out the story, make it something better, it's gonna take more than 6 weeks to do. And that's kind of tragic, because I think Suicide Squad could have been 10 times better. Another thing Suicide Squad had going for it is the soundtrack. I thought the soundtrack was actually really brilliant. In Jack Howard's review, he says he didn't like it, that it was just like music thrown in there, and he compared it to Guardians of the Galaxy, whereas like all the songs had meaning to the characters and these really didn't. But I feel like it was just music, like the different kinds of music, the different kinds of songs that were in there were like great. I friggin' loved hearing You Don't Own Me when Harley Quinn is introduced. I thought that was just such a good song, because it's like, no one owns her. No one owns her. She is insane, and like, she really is. And you just the camera zooms in on her, and you just hear You Don't Own Me. Oh god, I like died. I thought that was great. And then they, in another scene, I think it was a fight scene, they had Eminem's song. I actually forget what it was, and they were playing that in a fight scene. I'm like, why does this work so well? This works so awesome. And I think the songs are more kind of like ironic than anything else, and they were kind of thrown together. I will say that. I think Jack Howard's a little right there, but I think that they worked. Some certain songs worked very well in some of the scenes. So that was my rant. I'm gonna call this a rant about Suicide Squad and a little bit of a review. If you guys like this in any way, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below if you have seen Suicide Squad and what you think, because I really like to discuss certain things about Suicide Squad, what you guys think, if there's anything I missed, if there's something you want to point out to me, like if there was a scene that you felt that you disagreed with in any way, good or bad, whatever, let me know so that we can, you know, pick each other's brain, see things differently. And also in the comments, if you have any suggestions of what I should watch next, leave them there, and if I pick your movie and I review it, I will give you a shout out. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for future Let's Get Reelz movie reviews, because that is what I like to do here. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely